Back on, ladies and gentlemen, and ahead of the 2024 battle and amid ongoing assembly polls, trouble mounts for the Congress party as the Enforcement Directorate has widened its probe in the entire National Herald case. The ED has attached 751.9 crore worth of assets in a money laundering investigation involving the National Herald newspaper owned by the Congress-affiliated Young India Ltd. The central agency has stated that the probe revealed that Associated Journals Ltd, AJL's possession of the proceeds of crime in the form of immovable properties. The ED also stated that a young Indian is in possession of proceeds of crime worth 90.21 crore. The ED has attached 3 properties: AJL House in Mumbai, National Herald House in Delhi, and Nehru Bhavan in Uttar Pradesh's Lucknow. In response, Congress has criticized the ED's actions as petty vendetta tactics and accused the ED of being a coalition partner of the BJP. The party claimed that the BJP is utilizing agencies like the Enforcement Directorate for political purposes, anticipating defeat in the upcoming assembly polls. Meanwhile, the BJP hitting back at the Gandhis, looting Indians and saying that they think freedom fighters' properties are their own, but they are not. Let's go straight across to our guests and hit the debate. Ladies and gentlemen, Tui Sinha, national spokesperson of the BJP with us, L. Hanumantaiah, Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress Party with us, and AP Singh, former Deputy Legal Advisor to the ED. Namaste and Jai Hind, gentlemen. Thank you very, very much for joining us. AP Singh ji, let me start with you and ask you, is the ED a coalition partner of the ruling disposition?
Hi. Yeah, good evening to all of you. First of all, I would like to make little correction. I am AC Singh, Ashish Chandra Singh.
My apologies, sir.
AC Singh.
I stand corrected. Ashish ji, sorry.
All right.
Go ahead, please.
So, yeah, actually, you know, so far as Prevention of Money Laundering Act is concerned, this money laundering offence is a secondary offence. Primary offence is a scheduled offence which is investigated or in respect of which a criminal complaint had been filed before the magistrate who had taken the cognizance. So one cannot say that any action is in retaliation or against anyone.
Right.
And secondly, number 2, this provisional attachment order is incidental to investigation carried out under PMLA. Actually, under section 5(1), this provisional attachment order is passed. It is passed for a period of 180 days, provided it is confirmed by adjudicating authority, where the aggrieved person will have a right, or his counsel shall have a right to argue the case. So, this is as per scheme propounded under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So, one cannot blame that agencies are doing anything wrong, because the investigation had been carried out since long in this case. So, as and when the investigation is complete, they come across, they find out that a prima facie case is made out, they have reason to believe that the properties are proceeds of crime, then only they take action in accordance with section 5(1), and that action has been taken by Enforcement Directorate.
So, but Ashish Singh ji is explaining it beautifully, Mr. L. Hanumantaiah. Why is the Congress saying and making all these accusations against the ED? Why is it saying that this is all petty vendetta tactics?
No, there is a case in ED. You have to observe all the cases which has been booked by ED in all the states with regard to the political leaders. For a moment you leave the case of this. I wanted to explain you. See, the ED which has booked, which has confiscated the properties of the opposition party leaders across the country amounts to 98%. And the ruling party MPs, whoever there in the case, as their property is not been confiscated and cases and FIRs are not booked on them. See, now come down to Herald case. Herald case, the legal luminaries of the country have explained and said there is no case in this and there is no money laundering in this. Still, the case is before the court. But the ED confiscated the properties which are inherited by even before independence. Nehru Bhavan in Lucknow was from many years, and there was no money laundering at all. Still, they have confiscated the property. Is it not a head politics and the politics of vengeance? And you take the cases of ED. Any MP or any important person, any opposition leader has been taken into custody, inquire them. After they join BJP, they will become clean and nobody knows what happened to their cases. I can give you a lot of examples on this. When such is the track record of ED, what they are doing today, what they are doing on Sonia ji, Rahul ji, they are the shareholders of that group, which the paper has been started by Nehru, not today. And how can you confiscate the property which has been owned by this trust? This is a separate entity. And anybody who have given donation, is it banned? Giving donation to a particular trust or society, has it been banned as per our laws? And how the ED can say that it is wrong? We will not.
Sir,
Here they have
sir,
questioned
if all of us,
DK Shivkumar.
Sir,
He has just donated.
Sir, if all of us
Pawan
could make,
Bansal,
Hanumantaya ji, if you, me, all of us could make
Sir,
such
please
donations,
tell me,
and could get
Yeah.
properties for making such donations which are more than 10x of the actual donation, please let us all go ahead and make such donations. But Tuhin Sinha, how would you want to respond?
No,
that
definitely.
the action is taken around election time,
No,
it is taken only
for
against
such-
opposition.
No, I'll come back to you.
Hanumantaya ji, please yield.
I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you.
Please yield. Let Tuhin Sinha please, and then you can respond. Yes, Tuhin Sinha. You're targeting only the opposition.
Well, namaste, Anand.
Namaste.
Namaste, Anand. Prima facie, it seems that the National Herald case is a classic manifestation of the Gandhi family's rare abilities at financial fraud, deception, and potential money laundering. 90 crore rupees being given as a loan by a political party to AJL. Number one, is it legally permissible? Number two, was it money laundered, or was it just book entry? So there are several questions which border upon complete fraud. Number one, it is criminal breach of trust towards 1,000 shareholders who were freedom fighters rather, and who were given shareholding because of their contribution to India's freedom movement. Overnight, by virtue of the inception of this shady company called Young India Limited, whose charitable purposes or whose charitable activities we still don't know till now, overnight the 1,000 shareholders are reduced to 1% of shareholding, and Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi, who own 76% of that company, acquire or usurp AJL by default by a meager payment of 76 lakhs. So it is a huge financial fraud that involves potential money laundering, and the proceeds of the crime over here is the usurping of properties worth 2,000 crore. So if the proceeds of the crime are partially taken back by the ED is within its rights to do that. What is the problem with that? I think the Gandhi family has a lot to answer over here. The sense of entitlement they come with, I think it is the Congress workers who should be questioning them. Rather, the Congress seems to be supporting this act of personal aggrandizement.
2015, Mr. Hanumantaya, this is what the Delhi High Court says. Modus operandi adopted by petitioners evidences criminal intent. And I'm quoting the court, not me, okay? It's not my court. There is a clear case to summon petitioners as accused. Questionable conduct of petitioners needs to be properly examined. The same Delhi High Court 3 years later, AJL asked to vacate Herald House in 2 weeks. Questionable takeover of AJL by Young Indian. Dominant purpose for lease to AJL practically lost. Allegations of malafide are preposterous. Failed to understand how ruling dispensation defamed Nehru. These are the courts, sir. Delhi High Court has said this.
No, I wanted to, I just clarify this. The law of the land has not given the final judgment on the case.